Hello everyone. So tonight we're talking about supplementation and your hair's health. And there are two ways to look at this. We each have our traditional diets that we love. If we're not getting all of the nutrients that we need from our diet, then supplementation becomes a very good option. And then there's also from the perspective, are you undergoing any treatment or taking medications or experiencing any illnesses that could be affecting your hair? Then you may also want to add in certain types of supplements in that scenario as well. And I'll get into more detail later, but let's start with vitamin D. First off, vitamin D is really a misnomer because it's a hormone. And this became very critical for me when I was experiencing a lot of fatigue. Didn't really know what was wrong, just knew I was tired all the time, and no matter how much I slept, it just wasn't enough sleep. I could always go sleep some more. And some lab work that my doctor had done for my upcoming visit, I would see her every 6 months at a minimum, and there would be labs that she would want to have done so that she can discuss the results with me once I was in the office. And I was substantially low in vitamin D. And I told the doctor, all I know is I'm tired. And she said vitamin D is huge when you're feeling exceptionally fatigued. It is very important for not just your hair's health, but your overall health and feeling the vitality, feeling the strength, feeling the motivation to kind of do the things that we all need to do from a day-to-day basis in our lives. And it took me about a year to get my vitamin D levels up to the desired level that my doctor wanted them at. And she also told me that it's very easy for me to have gotten to the optimum level, stop taking vitamin D, and then wind up right where I was before. And I have continued taking vitamin D in my daily mix of things. I have continued taking vitamin D. Just making sure that I'm staying at that right level with the energy, with the hair health, that I'm feeling good, feeling vibrant, making sure. So vitamin D has been really important for me, and not just for my hair. Something else that I also take is vitamin C. This is very important for your hair's health as well, for your overall immunity, and then for your hair's health as well. And vitamin C has been a mainstay for a couple of years as well in my daily mix of things that I take. And then zinc. Zinc is also very important to your hair's health, and it has been added into my diet for about a year and a half now. So it kind of came in after vitamin C. But these three nutrients have been very important for me, for my hair's health, and then my overall health. Now, this is the other category that I had just mentioned. I said that if you are experiencing any treatments, medications you're taking, or any illnesses that you have that could be affecting supplements or vitamin mineral levels, nutrient levels in your body, you may need to add in something else. Well, I started taking Xelljams for something completely unrelated, specifically my fibromyalgia. So with some inflammation I was experiencing in my hands, some pain, and that has really kept me from being able to do the typical workouts that I normally do because of discomfort. So I started taking the Xelljams, and my doctor immediately put me on folic acid as well. And she wrote a prescription for it because she wanted me taking a specific level of folic acid, not just anything, a specific level of folic acid. And so this has been added in and will continue for as long as I'm on the Xelljams, just making sure, taking care of my hair. Now, something else as one of those categories that I mentioned. So once I was diagnosed with alopecia, and specifically for me it's CCCA, Nutrafol Women's Balance came into play immediately. This was one of the first things that we did with my doctor. Nutrafol has some proven studies at the benefit it can do for hair's health. So that was key for me because I want to know that it's going to work. I really want to see something meaningful happen. And I track my shed hair each wash day. So I accumulate it from all the different things. I'm in the shower, the detangling comb, detangling brush, all of those. I accumulate all the shed hair, take a quick picture with my cell phone. And what I noticed when I was 90 days in on Nutrafol is my shed hair was cut in half. And so I use that as my new barometer. So I'm not really comparing the pictures of my shed hair from week to week. on whichever is my wash day. I'm not doing it so much from that perspective, but maybe from 1 month to the next or from 1 quarter to the next. And what I'm looking for is continued good trends. Is the shared hair volume increasing, decreasing, or staying the same? And if it's increasing, then I know may need to make some tweaks, or I may need to pivot, or I may need to do several things differently than what I have been. But Nutrafol has been the center there. And Nutrafol is also good with maintaining the quality of the hair that is growing in. So Nutrafol has been helpful for that as well. So this is the collection of supplements that I am currently taking for my hair's health. And I hope this gives you an idea of what you need to look out for. So keep in mind, if there are any illnesses that you have, treatments or medications that you're taking, they can affect hair loss, they can affect hair growth, and so you may need to do something to offset that. And then just in general, how are you feeling? What are your labs telling about you? And you may need to take a mix of supplements that is ideal for that as well. You've got any other questions, drop them below. Be happy to chat. Also, you let me know what else you may want to hear, and then be sure to tell a friend, subscribe, and watch me for content. Have a good day.